Doris downstairs. She told me you wanted to see the paper boy or something. So when the paper boy came upstairs, I told him that you wanted the bulletin, that you didn't get it yesterday. He said that we don't get the bulletin. I said, well, we started Monday and you're supposed to be bringing the bulletin. He said, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, I didn't know. He said, is it all right if I give you the times tonight? He said, because I got to tell my paymaster to start bringing an extra bulletin. I said, okay. So I asked him if you paid him yesterday, you know, or any time. He said no, so I paid him. And Pauline, she gave me something like Spam, it's meat in a can. She gave me 2 of them and a can of milk. So she wanted me to give my mother the evaporated milk, that. So I gave that can to my mother, and she gave me the 2 cans of Spam. So I kept one for myself. So we didn't go to Linda's house. I kept calling Linda. I called, I think, 3 or 4 times, and she wasn't home. So Pauline said, well, you take me shopping. I said, all right. So we went shopping. And after that, she said, I'll treat you to some ice cream. I said, okay, where you want to go? She said, Dairy Queen. She said, what size comb do you want? I said, small. She said, take a 25. I said, oh, Pauline, that's a lot. She said, that ain't a lot. She said, be brave. She said, take 25 combs. So I took a 25 comb. I just about could finish it. It was making me sick. But I finished it just the same. Of course, I got some all over me. And I sat there. I put my hand on her stomach, and I felt the baby move. And I got all excited. And I said, don't put your hand there. I said, let me see the baby move. And I watched her. She held her close tight to her, and I could see the baby moving around. She said that she noticed the more active she is, the more active the baby gets, you know. So when we went to the hospital, I learned quite a bit. I seen the delivery room and all that. We had to put those, it's something like a bathrobe backwards. I don't know. I'll explain to you what it's like when you come home, anyhow. Not now, but at lunchtime tomorrow. So, I had some more trouble with my car today. After I took Pauline here and there, before I left to go back to her house, around 7:30, I started up my car and all of a sudden it was racing, you know. And then it was alright. I waited until the automatic choke was alright. Then you could smell gas, and it stunk, you know. I thought I had another leak in my gas tank or something. So when I got to Pauline's house, when she was in the car, I started up the car again. Just about couldn't start. It sounded like the battery was going dead. It kept going, you know, and I thought I was going to get stuck in the driveway. So she said, oh, Phyllis, I smell gas. I said, oh, I better go home and have my father check it. We started on our way, and I said, oh, I better go to Hank's. He's closer because the smell kept getting stronger. So I asked Hank about it, and he said, when can you leave your car? I told him, I said, I can't leave my car. I just want to know what it was because I can't afford it right now. So he said it could be my not air filter. Wait a minute, I can't think what it was. My carburetor, he said. It could be that. He said maybe you need a new one or it needs to be cleaned or something. You're supposed to do that once. And I don't think you ever got around to it. I don't even know what a carburetor is anyhow. He said it could be that. And then I told him that, like when I stop at a light, my car gets ready to stall. I said maybe it ain't idling right. Yeah. So maybe it wasn't idling right. Because it gets ready to stall when I stop at the light. So I don't know. Something's wrong with it again. I'm not going to have it fixed yet. He said maybe it might hold out. He said wait a while, see if it continues doing it. So I didn't do nothing today anyhow. I was on the go again as usual. So me and Pauline, we decided maybe sometime next week we're planning to go see you at your meal. Yeah, I told her around 7:30, 8 o'clock you had your lunch. She said, you know where it is? I said, yeah. She said, all right, sometime next week we'll go. I'm not going to bother going to Linda's house, I don't think, because she's never home every time I call her. Well, I guess that's about it. It's 10:30 now. I got just a few dishes to do, just what I had. I had turkey fricassee today. I was hungry. Pauline asked me to stay for supper, and I didn't want to, and she kept insisting, and I kept saying no. I didn't know how to say no. And she knew I was hungry, but she had spaghetti, you know. I didn't want spaghetti. So I told her maybe next time. She said, hey, she said, you asked me at the spur of the moment to have supper up your house once. I said, yeah, and what did you say? You said no. She said, well, I would have if it wasn't for Paul. I said, well, I don't have Bob to back me up. I just have myself. And I said, I'm tired. I want to go to bed, get some sleep. She said, you can sleep here. I said, I got to wash up too. She said, I got soap and water. I said, you got ivory soap? She said, no, Paul used the last bar. I said, see, I said, I can't stay. And then I said, I got to feed my cats. And she said, you feed them when you come back. And, oh, I know it's getting late, Bob. I'll let you go. I'm talking for nothing, maybe. I'm getting tired. I just figured telling you that because I know I won't forget. I won't remember it tomorrow. It was too much to write on a piece of paper. So I'll see you, alright? Good night.